Wow, ha? Maganda mas malinis ang tubig nila dun sa Alaska kaysa Pilipinas, ano? Ayan, tingnan mo yung malakristal na tubig. Ang ganda naman. Kasi maraming mga punong kahoy sa kanila.
It has to be in the daylight they do it. But when they're born, they have an egg sac, and with that, they leave them in those bins or trays or whatever you want to call them till the egg sac is absorbed by the. And then they put them in the oven. They turn them loose when they're it depends. The cohos, I think, somewhere between 15 and 18 months, and kings 24. They're going to be about that long. And they wait till high tide, preferably at night, so the birds aren't around. But if it has to be in the daylight, they would do it. At high tide, those pipes are only a foot or two above the creek, and they open the tanks and they just flush fish out into the creek, and away they go. Except that they do take some and spread them out to different creeks. And the story that they always return to their stream of origin is semi-true, because Mother Nature wants, like we do, keep the genes mixed. So there are fish that will go to a different creek, because out in the ocean, these schools from the different creeks, actually different countries, Russia, Alaska, Canada, California, all over, they are in these huge schools out there, and they're all mixed up, and when it's time to go, they just start headed for their creek, and some of them will follow you could say the wrong fish, but that's what nature is telling them. Nature is telling them what to do, and so it's how it works.
So what are these birds all feeding on?
They're working on dead fish if they can get them.
Yeah, I can hear them. There's a carcass of salmon
Right there.
So this facility here is all where the hatching.
Yeah, and it's a private-owned hatchery. Southeast Alaska Aquaculture Association, and what it is the commercial fishermen got together and formed a non-profit company and got a license from the state of Alaska to hatch king salmon. Well, actually it started out chum salmon, and then they converted to kings and cohos. And the one in town, they also can run it, and it is kings and cohos.
So where do they get their revenue, their income, these private companies?
Okay, the fishermen pay, and I'm not sure what the percentage. All commercial fishermen in this area that belong to that pay a portion of a percentage of their income to support it. The salmon that they take the eggs from, if they are usable, in other words, they're not rotten, they take them to the canneries to can and sell them to the canneries. They don't get as much money as the commercial fishermen do, of course, because their fish are not quite as good. And if they're too far gone for human canning, they freeze it and they ship it south to pet food companies, and also to
the eggs or the
mythological character in the native lore. And he could be in the form of a bird or a human. And he was out with his two slaves, those are the two figures below him. And for those of you that don't know, the North and South American natives had slaves long before white men came. They enslaved each other.
A killer whale, a raven.
That it was you, but once you paid your debt, the pole was yours. You guys, you and your family would take it down and destroy it, so that the shame was washed away.
That's a lot of work for.
Yeah, and another is a clan pole, which every native belongs to. Lord knows how many clans. The two top clans are the eagle and the raven. And if you're a member of the raven clan, you cannot marry a raven.
Even
An eagle
today?
can't marry an eagle.
Oh,
Well,
really?
they try to follow their, but they slip. Anyway, so the male passes his upper clan to his children as their lower clan. And the woman passes her upper clan on to her children as their upper clan. So if you're an eagle, all your children will be eagle. And if he's a raven, they'll all be ravens at secondary. But that doesn't mean there's not a whole bunch of more clans under that, because you carry all of your clans. So you might be an eagle raven, and then a killer whale, a king salmon, etc. on down the line.
Okay. So the very top is the eagle
Or the raven.
or the raven.
Eagle. This pole is a celebration pole. It celebrates this building being finished and opened up. And the two figures on the top, the woman represents the Alaskan Native Sisterhood, and the man, the Alaskan Native Brotherhood. And if you are 1/8 or more Native blood, then you can belong to either organization. And they, of course, their job is to lobby and think for what the natives want. Under that is an eagle. You see how hooked the bill is. 98% of the time when you see a bird with a bill hooked over like that, it represents an eagle.
Okay.
Then the fish is a king salmon.
Oh, okay.
And then the three figures on the bottom, I was told by a native friend of mine, so I'm just passing on what I was told, represent the three native tribes in our area. Tlingit, Haida, Tsimshian. And he said that the figure with the headband was a Tlingit. The Haida is the one on the other side with the hat, and the one on this side is the Tsimshian.
This is Kechikan from the top of our boat. I'm gonna go around here to this side, and there's my brother going around him to this side. Take a peek what's underneath there. Okay, that's about it. That's Kechikan.